Yo, 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 what up, y'all? This your man Lyricist. Welcome to the Lyricist Podcast. You are now rocking with your man Lyricist, K Spiffy, and Dear for Life. Let's start with K Spiffy. What's going on with you, homie?
What up? Born for tune into Walking Dead. I heard Rick came back.
No spoilers, you little fucks.
It
No
was a
spoilers.
trailer. Oh. Okay. Talk about them
no,
in the
no
comments.
spoilers of the comics, you little fucks. Okay.
You
I
haven't
know
seen
what
it?
happened in the comic books to Rick.
They make comics.
But I also know that this shit is so far from being like with like comics because Carl would ooh man, I may spoil shit.
No. Please, no.
Ooh
Please
man.
stop. Because I think we're all Walking Dead fans. All of
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Okay.
But it all depends on how far you got. But before we talk about that, Dear for Life, what's going on with you, homie?
What's up? Just chilling. Trying to stay warm. Got my pea coat on. Trying to stay fly. Waiting on my Yeezy pods though. And put those on my pea coat, and I'm gonna walk outside, and it's gonna be over.
Hey,
Is
man.
that an overcoat?
Nah, it's kind of like a peak. It goes down a little bit. It's not like nothing
Like
serious.
how far does it that coat go down?
Let's see that much.
Kind of laggy.
All
Okay.
right, that's a comfortable fit.
Not that
That's a
bad.
nice.
I'm
No,
just
that's a
chilling.
W fit.
This
That's a
kind of
W
stuff
fit.
Young Thug be wearing. I'm not a big Young Thug fan, but I like his.
Nah, he don't wear that. He don't wear that.
His
Wear
little
no more,
tight.
that nigga fat.
That's a W fit though.
Hey, but they
Thank
feed
you,
him
thank
good in prison.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
got gray skinnies on too?
These are kind of they're not gray.
Gray jeans?
Tan.
Tan?
Yeah, tan.
That's still W.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, motherfucker gonna reach in his pot, his coat pocket this week, pull out them pies. She would look like a condom.
Well,
It's a couple of pies.
waiting on that.
Oh man, fuck the pies, man. Because they're not $20 no more, right?
Nah, they'll always be 20.
Is it okay? Because like because he was selling for like 200 or something odd dollars, man.
Yeah, but he gave everybody a rebate on that. Everybody that bought them for 200 got their money back, and he said affordable clothing for everybody from now on. So I love that.
Good shit. I mean, to go the whole independent route. So we're gonna talk about that after we talk about The Walking Dead just a little bit, not to spoil it. So, how far along are you in it, Kay?
From the whole series?
Yeah.
Okay, so it started losing my attention when Rick not passed, but like he disappeared. And like I'm the kind of watcher where if my favorite character is in the show, you have my attention. Rick is not my favorite character. Michonne is actually my favorite character.
Okay.
So, and then Michonne, they had some things off the scenes where like she wasn't coming back to the show for a minute because she was doing like stuff for like Wakanda and stuff like that.
Yeah, Marvel.
Yeah. So if the money is for Marvel, hey, you take it. I ain't mad.
Hey man, they got Henry Cavill coming over there. He agreed to a role. They wouldn't say what role. He plays Superman over at DC.
Okay, but as in like Walking Dead, like I'm like relatively caught up. Maybe I missed maybe 2 or 4 episodes, but I'm caught up. Like
so you made to season 11.
Yeah, I need to watch this new thing where they said in the trailer that Rick came back all of a sudden.
Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil shit for you.
Yeah.
So you gotta find out. So DFL, where are you, man?
I'm in the middle of season 10 right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so everybody.
I probably just spoiled it for him then.
It's all good. Sure.
I'm sorry. I thought we were all caught up.
No spoilers, you little shit. No, but it's all right though. So yeah, if y'all haven't, this is not some sponsored, pod. It would be dope if we were sponsored by The Walking Dead and AMC. But y'all make sure y'all check it out. The ones that live, it started off hot, man. Shit crazy. So yeah. All right.
Hey, what's your favorite season?
Man, I have to say season 7 brought in Big Dog, brought in Negan.
How do we I don't know about season, but what can we just use arc to identify it?
Yeah.
Okay. The arc that would when Michonne first arrived, man, that's a good character, bro. Yeah. That's a unique character. But
her introductory. Yeah.
Yeah. Walking in with the hoodie and 2
Two zombies.
Two zombies chained up, like being incognito. I thought that was fire.
Yeah.
And then like she was like in like a little cage place where she was training.
Mhm.
Like, but I say my favorite arc is probably, I ain't gonna lie, the prison.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd tell you this much.
When the governor and shit popped up.
Yeah,
I'd tell you
for
this
sure.
much. They wouldn't be where they at right now. Currently, none of them will be where they are right now without Carol.
Carol?
She started out, she was so, meek and scared.
She was gonna get him killed in the beginning. But then
Yeah, that is a complete 180. She done saved their ass many times. Many times. From the cannibals, damn near from Negan twice. I don't know, man. She's a motherfucker, man.
Negan was one of those characters, and he's such a good actor. I've never felt fear.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Yep.
Yeah, I never feared fear, like in my chair, watching that in any show ever.
That goddamn whistle, man.
When he put out the Lucille on them niggas, I was like,
Nah, like the whistle, like the
yeah.
Man, anytime you heard them whistling, dude, it echo off like the trees in the forest, like, oh man, somebody about to die.
Yeah.
You just knew it. You just knew it, man.
Yeah.
Also, Rick went crazy like one night. I think someone had I'm not gonna spoil it, but like he had like, I don't know, he was on a like demon mode that night. I forgot what episode that was. He was like surrounded by like 8 people.
Yeah, Rick has so that was when they was in Alexandria.
Yeah.
And
like somebody did something that pissed him off, and he had no weapons. I think he had nothing but his teeth.
No, he had an axe. I can tell you exactly what happened. Well, I mean, but I have to spoil it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah.
All right,
but you know what scene I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know.
It was in the middle of the night.
He walked out there. He because they were surrounded by zombies. He walked out there with the axe and went to work. And then they all eventually made their way out there to help him.
Oh, I'm talking about the other scene though, not that one. I know which one you're talking about. I'm talking about when not with the zombies, but it was like 8 men around him.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
See, we talking about this stuff during the pod. So if y'all haven't watched The Walking Dead, I'll tell y'all this shit for sure. Like, great series.
Spoiler. I mean, I'll spoil it, but like one thing we could do,
what was that?
We could watch it on playback.
We could. So we are officially on playback as creators now.
You got us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I got the email notification last week. I meant to tell you, but I'm an old man, so I tend to forget shit. Juggle priorities when you get this old, man.
Facts. Could watch it.
Ain't that old.
I know. I'm talking shit. So, yep. So watch The Walking Dead, y'all. See, I told y'all it's not only about hip hop here. We talk about everything. I made it level 28. Power World. Fucking around.
The game gets grindy after a while.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, because you got to grind. You have to grind to get to like level 30. It's a fucking grind for sure. About to start. What's it? Pacific Drive. That's another cool game. I gotta try that out.
Okay.
And what's another one?
Power World is the hottest game right now, though, I think.
Nightingale is.
Nightingale?
Yeah. Nightingale and Pacific Drive is 2 of the other hot games right now.
Wiles hit me up and said, "Do I play Baldur's Gate?" But I was like, "Nah, I don't play it." But I think it's a great game.
Helldivers 2 is good too. A lot of people have been playing that shit.
Yeah, my homie plays that.
Yeah, so we gotta check that out. So yeah, we pretty much touched on everything. That's the end of the pod, guys. I thank you guys for being here.
That's tough. That's tough.
All right, so let's hop into this hip hop shit. Any brain teasers?
Nah. No, that was the brain teaser.
That was the brain teaser. That was a pretty good one. All right, so
Well, quickly, what's your favorite characters? I guess just quickly.
Favorite character, Negan.
Okay.
Negan and Daryl.
Okay. What about you?
I would say Negan too. Negan's crazy. I love him.
Complex.
I love and hate Negan. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Not a bad character, but you did too much, bro.
He did a lot. A lot.
He impacted it. Him as a villain clears.
Yeah,
Clears.
I mean, bro, it's like this. It's like you impacted the remaining like civilization.
Yeah.
CRM was really debating on what the fuck to do with you. You know, it's like that's how bad it is. So it's like
too impactful, way too impactful.
So it's like
him and the bald chick, but he clears though.
Yeah.
The bald chick on my nerves, man. She had to go. That was
They all gotta go.
She a good villain too. She's smart too. I'll say that. But yeah.
Yep. So all right. So let's move forward. Talk some hip hop shit now. Any hip hop shit y'all topics y'all want to talk about? Can't get out because I'm getting ready to slander some shit.
No, you can start the one topic we were talking off.
Let's start the slander. This motherfucker Yeat, bro. So I seen an interview that he did about 2 years ago, and he was talking about lyrical rappers, right? And he felt like a lot of the lyrical rappers, especially from the past, were yappers. They didn't talk about shit, and that they didn't really have any substance. They just rhymed a bunch of words over a boom bap beat, and it sound good. I think it goes a lot further than that, but this is coming from a person that mumbles. And even through his mumbling shit, there's no substance. Even it's like if you were like talking about something that was more or less like fun, then to be okay. But like your topical shit, like the music you create, I wouldn't be talking about lyrical artists. But what's your thoughts on that?
You can go.
Well, me personally, when I listen to hip hop, the first thing I listen for are the lyrics. That's my preference. So that's the first thing I'm going to critique when I'm reviewing a rapper or an artist is what they're saying, how they're saying it, if there's any substance in it. So that's important to me. If you ask me, I think I seen the interview. I pulled it up before we started the pod, and he was like, he said something about lyrical, miracle, biblical. You're not really saying anything. But Kay said something that got me thinking, like maybe he's talking about somebody in particular, or there are some artists out there that have an attempt to be lyrical, but they're not really saying anything. They're not talking about anything. They're just rhyming a bunch of words. So I don't know. I don't know if he's really hating on lyrical rap. Maybe he is. I wouldn't be surprised because there's a lot of rappers out there that are in the younger generation that disrespect pioneers and the art form. So I'm not sure what to take away from it, but I listened to Yeat's album. I wasn't impressed. I know that. So I don't know. He's young, and I can tell by what he's saying and how he's saying it that he's probably not really listening to Rakim or Big Daddy Kane or Big L or anything like that. But that's not surprising.
Yeah.
But
what's your thoughts, Kai?
Like I said, I have an issue with the take. It's not like a huge issue. It's more so like maybe he's probably talking to like a certain individual, because like that's not really all so true. Like for me, like let's just say like if he said, oh, anything that Andre 3000 said, like that's bullshit. I don't believe that's bullshit because he's actually very talented in that, like, right. But then if you get someone like, I'm trying to think of someone that's inconsistent lyrically. Any rapper, I guess you can probably think of that's inconsistent lyrically. Like in the midst of what they're saying, it can be somewhat bullshit. So, I mean, I think it just works hand in hand. I'm not really upset at the take. You can probably argue he's probably being a little disingenuous, but then like I don't know, because we don't know who he's talking about. Because if he pointed out a certain person, I probably would agree with him. But then if he pointed out, I mean, that could support his take. It could.
But here's the part I have with that. Like with the impact that you're currently having, no different than like NBA YoungBoy on a new generation of hip hop consumers. It sends the wrong message about your predecessors. You know, it just makes it seem like anybody that has ever done it. That's why the Killer Mike disrespect is at an all-time high. That's why the Nas disrespect is at an all-time high. And Big L is not even respected at all by most of the people in this generation.
Nothing but disrespect.
And it's just like you have to be careful of that, because it's like where it is, you got some of the artists saying that they don't like what you do. You have the biggest artists that's saying, look, these motherfuckers, they're solid. They're still hip hop. I've heard Timbaland say it. I've heard M say it. Yeah, even though he makes fun of them. I've heard Jay say it. You know, they do have more of the older people showing some respect to them than vice versa. So it's like when you have people like Yeat and NBA Youngboy and 21 Savage being like so disrespectful, Uzi too, to like their predecessors, it makes it, you know, it causes that rift. It becomes young heads versus old heads, and it doesn't have to be that. So, and the reception from the older people it shrinks, because it's not like the people that was listening to hip hop in the 90s. I mean, like people referred to the shit as jungle music at one point. So it's like
it's Dr. Umar. That's what that sounds like.
You know, you know, but that's what they referred to it as. They didn't give it no listens or no respect. So that's why hip hop in the 90s didn't have the booming multi-million dollar like sales and shit like that, like how it has right now. So because the reception was lower. Now that the reception is much higher, especially amongst like different, you know, races and cultures and shit, you know, that's why I have a problem with what Yeat has to say, because you're creating a narrative that doesn't need to be created. I understand you don't want to be disrespected, but when you're the catalyst of disrespect of a prior generation, I'm sorry, your predecessors is going to always be your superiors, because you haven't done anything to separate yourself from your predecessors. And like the standouts from this generation, they're doing massive numbers. They're highly respected amongst a lot of people. They're highly sought out by a lot of individuals. They're always selling the fuck out. So, and I haven't heard one time about Yeat or NBA. Well, NBA, he can't even get a concert because his ass on house arrest and shit. But I'm not hearing about a lot of these guys selling out. 21 Savage ain't selling out unless he with Drake. So it's just like, it's that's another topic that we could talk about. It's like, how do we fix this shit to where it's not so much of a divide? Because I'm not going to go the typical route as we see on TikTok, where all the disrespect, we disrespect the younger guys disrespect the older guys and shit like that. It's just weird. Because at the end of the day, people my age is the people that's running these record labels, and we're signing your favorite artists. So,
true.
It's weird. It's a weird dynamic. But Yeat, your album went from a 6 in my book to a fucking 5.
Okay, you heard that yet?
Yeah, remember I said I'm gonna go over it tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. So.
But yeah. I guess I would say, well, I know 21 Savage was disrespectful, but to be fair to him, he did make amends with the one Nas song, because he was going at Nas saying no one listens to him, and this was like Nas.
That pissed me off when he said that.
This was like when Nas was literally in like the middle of like Magic like 2, I think. Magic like King's Disease 3. So I was like, I don't know why he said that, but which clearly he just wasn't just probably just listening. So
yeah.
Or did he even listen?
Culture.
Or literally
he wasn't tapped in.
Or literally just like didn't even go back and listen to like his older projects. But
right.
Other than that, but he walked it back. He walked it back. They did a song. Wasn't really that good of a song, but they did a song. But you know, but other than that, like yeah, they do like some people they do disrespect, but then also sometimes the older generation also disrespects the younger one. I mean the older generation disrespects the younger, like it's vice versa. Like we both like they both disrespect each other. Like
yeah.
So, but it's like I don't know, but like
There's more interviews of the younger rappers like completely disrespected.
That's true.
But you know what? I will also say this about I hate this. It's burning me up every time I fucking think about it. Is that people took a sound bite from Eminem and applied it to an entire generation. When M was really challenging people like to rap and shit, like when he did this shit, just look it up. They took the sound bite from the lyrical, miracle, spiritual, biblical. They took that shit from an interview where he said that wasn't good enough. They didn't use his own words against him. They used it against the entire generation, like of artists, his generation, pretty much. And it's like, if they only knew that most of the artists from that generation, when they was dropping albums every 3 to 4 or 5 years, they were putting together like shit that was heavy content driven. That's why it took so long to drop it. That's when it was appreciated, when you could drop an album. That was considered to be fast back in the day. Dropping an album every 3 to 5 years is fast.
Yeah.
So it's like now you get one every year. Sometimes you get 2 albums a year. Shit, look at Kanye. I mean, he about to drop Vultures 2 in the next month or so, and then 3 is going to follow that.
It shouldn't. But if it are they all like a duo? Are all those series a duo?
I'm starting to feel like it is.
They're volumes, right? I mean, they're
volumes. Yeah.
So he's making Vultures 2 and 3 with
Ty Dolla $ign.
With Ty Dolla $ign. I mean, that's not that much work though, is it?
I mean, if you got like 16, 17 songs per album, yeah.
And there's a bunch of features. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Then it's like, how do we view that? Does it really count towards his catalog because it's compilation albums?
It doesn't hurt it. I think it helps it. I mean, it's more of a variety in his catalog.
If he keeps making this quality, he's gonna keep dropping. For me, this ain't.
I enjoyed
that. Was not it. I don't know.
I enjoyed it. It sounded different. It didn't sound like, you know, vintage Kanye, but there's some hints in it in there. I could hear some of every album in this album, honestly. I felt like it. But
I mean, I gave what I gave it because, like, you know, I know Kay hate this argument, but I heard him use it when I went back and listened to the pod, because it goes back to the version conversation. Like, this version of the industry in general, it fits well in this version of the industry. It is actually good for this time period. So it's like, because we're not getting the old sound back. We already know that shit's dead in the water.
But that's the thing. He gave us some of the old sound though.
Yeah, I mean, that's for nostalgic purposes. That's for the people like us that appreciate that shit. But, like, you know, just for it being like current, it was still current. I mean, goofy shit.
He could do it currently, but he just could have done it better. When I know he can.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. That's why I said, you know, for what we get right now, yeah,
and it was racist.
It's not racist, bro. It's not.
I agree. He can do it better. I agree with that.
Yeah, but I can't get behind like the whole racism shit. I can't.
He said it. If that was a white man saying all that stuff about black people, we'd be all over it. This is what it is.
Not really.
He was racist.
Donald
he said
Trump
racist
literally
slurs.
said that, hey, you know, I can't see anybody in this room because his lights is so bright. I can see all the black ones though. You see that shit this week?
No, he said anti-Semi stuff, bro. He didn't know.
Bro, anti-Semi ain't worse than fucking slandering black people costumes. Come on, man.
It's still upsetting people. That's what we not realizing. Yeah, but he's upsetting a group of people.
I think that's more upset. I think that's more upsetting that the person that has the potential of being a president saying bullshit like that. Okay, that's more upsetting.
I would never vote for Kanye. Period. I don't care.
If he was on the ticket, there's no doubt I would vote for him. We got to start voting for people that come from our culture, that look like us, that would represent us, that have our best interests at heart. Even if he is, I'm not saying he is racist against Jewish people. He's not anti-Semitic. I'm not saying this, but even if you do believe he is, he would benefit our situation if he was in charge. I mean, our culture, at least. I feel
don't
like
know what he's doing. He has no political background. He literally went to his first political
that's true.
speeches and said, "Don't masturbate."
But everybody running now has no.
Trump didn't have no political background either.
And I trust him way more.
Yeah, which is crazy because he used to vote Democratic before he was forced to become Republican.
That's cool. And then you know what the crazy thing is? Say what you want about Trump, that's fine. But like he still has experience under his belt. Kanye has no experience in
now
that.
He does, yeah. Now, I mean, after being the president, shit.
So I would definitely vote for Trump over Kanye.
Who you gonna trust to watch your daughter more, Trump or Kanye?
Neither of them niggas.
It's neither.
Neither. Or my son or my grandkids. Neither of them. You basically tell them you trust them with your life the way this country's going. That's what you're telling them.
I don't trust Kanye that much.
No,
I wouldn't vote.
I don't care
Kanye
how much I like him. I don't care if he made Vultures 2 a 10. I don't give a damn.
I just stand by the fact that I don't think he's racist or anti-Semitic.
I'm just saying, even if he is or not, you can't say that, bro. You can't go on. You can't say Hitler is cool and stuff. You can't say that, bro.
You'd be surprised how many people really, really believe that what Hitler did was for the greater good.
Oh, there's people that out there that believe that.
You'll be surprised how many people that believe that shit. No different than the people that believe what Israel's doing.
We gotta be careful what we say because YouTube,
Hey, I want to go back to what we were talking about.
I'm just saying you'll be surprised. That's crazy.
I agree. I'm just saying we got to choose our words wisely.
We were talking about how the younger generation disrespects the older generation. And Kay said the older generation disrespects the younger generation. That's true. And however, the younger generation, I would agree, disrespects more. But I remember when this whole takeover of the culture was happening, it was turning into trash, in my opinion. I was disappointed in the pioneers not saying anything. Like, I was looking up the Slaughterhouse, Jay-Z, Eminem, you name it. I was waiting for these artists to be like, these people are trash. Like, this stuff's bogus. And I wanted them to say that, but they refused to say that. And when they were even asked, encouraged to say that, they would respect the younger generation. They were like, everybody likes something different. But behind closed doors and what they were saying in their music, you could tell they knew this shit was trash. But they didn't come out and say that in any interview. They didn't come out and name drop anybody, disrespect them. And that's totally different from what I'm hearing today. I just want to say
did that.
Well, M did.
M did that on Kamikaze.
Yeah, M did.
Bro, M was dissing everything. That was just a diss album. He was dissing older people, younger people, anybody disrespecting him in the past. He was just going at everybody.
Yeah, but it's like he
addressed it.
So he addressed it. He got labeled angry old man.
I'm talking about back in 2008.
I thought he articulated it well, but like I said, my take with Kamikaze after the 6th song, not for me. Just being honest. Great 6-song run though. That's what I say. Lucky you, W. But I'm not trying to make it about that though. But
I do understand what you're saying. 2008, 2009, when it was starting to transition into what the industry is right now, they should have spoke on it, kind of like when Jay-Z did what he did with Death to Auto-Tune.
Yeah,
it should have took, But the thing is that you do that with the risk, and the risk of this motherfucker just don't want to let go of the steering wheel.
Yeah,
the backlash. Like, man, they just trying to stop, the new generation from winning.
Right, exactly.
That when that becomes the conversation, like you don't want to pass the torch, then it becomes a negative.
Well, can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
So what did y'all think of Kendrick's words on it, and where do y'all think he lands in which generation? Which generation is he? So
he's on a cusp. And him and Cole's on the cusp, and even Drake. I don't think Drake and Kendrick and Cole belongs to this generation.
Nah, they've been spitting for.
They're. It's not about like quote unquote spitting. I just want to know what timeline are they middle child?
Yeah, they're middle child for sure.
No pun intended. But
yeah, they're middle child for real. So I mean, because the rap generations are much shorter now. It's much shorter now. because you know, with hip hop being only 50 years old, you know, the generations is a lot smaller. So like from 2010 into 2020, you know, that's one generation. Now you got 2020 moving forward, that's another generation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but prior to that, you got the 2000 rappers. You got the early 90s. Then you got, you know, which is around the golden era, as they say. You got the 80s and you got the 70s. So Kendrick and them is around that 2000 because they peaked at 2010.
Do you know what they asked Kendrick though, right?
What's that?
Okay, so if I can remember the article right, Kendrick has not slandered anything about New Generation at all. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Oh no, he has.
When?
In his songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
What song was
it? What song was it?
No, he's made reference to it many times, especially in his latest album. Yeah, he has. About where the sound and everything, you know. Yeah, he has made reference of it. Now I can't pinpoint what song for sure, but if you may have to go back and listen to it.
I've heard every song. I don't remember a single reference. Or maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it was just like it was detailed in the sentence.
Yeah, I mean, no, Kendrick has taken shots at the generation. I mean, he's on many occasions he told people that they need to rap better. He has said it multiple times.
Well, the article I'm referring to is not the article. The quote is like a reporter or some kind of journalist asked him like, "Hey, what do you think about the newer generation?" He said, and I quote, "He doesn't have a problem with it. He just wants to know who are like basically like the pioneers, basically who respect people who came before you." And that's all he cared about. Just make sure you respect. You can do whatever you want. Hip hop is an involvement. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure you have a profound respect for who came before you. That's what he said. So I don't.
That's fair.
I don't. So as in like the song, I don't know, because then again, he wasn't the most available guy. So, I mean,
but I respect the fact that he's not available.
That's my only knock against dude. That's my only knock against dude. But like I get it because he takes his time, which I don't mind. But like, you don't have to be.
We love quality, man.
You don't have to ghost completely. Jeez,
ghost everybody, man. Fuck that, man. He's a recluse, and he comes out from being a recluse.
That,
I don't know when we're gonna see the next album. I don't know.
You may get it at the end of this year, especially if the fall off is hot than a motherfucker. Trust me, you will hear from Kendrick. If not album or EP, you will get a single out of him. If the fall off is what the fuck I think it's about to be, yeah, Kendrick's gonna do something, because that's what he did with off season. He dropped that Hearts 5 shit. He wasn't gonna let the J. Cole fucking just take over.
When did J. Cole drop off season 21, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to. I mean, the way I view Kendrick, he don't have to drop anything, even if J. Cole did drop something.
And I'm starting to feel like Cole and Kendrick is not as close as they used to be. And I could be over analyzing them fucking like lyrics and shit from J. Cole's
first person shooter.
No, from this shit recently. He what that may delete after this shit. You know, the song he just put out this week.
I tried looking it up on Spotify. It's not there. I tried looking for it. I tried listening to it. I couldn't.
It should be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's probably on YouTube. That's probably where I have to probably look.
Yeah.
What did he say?
It just like, let me pull up the lyrics, because
while you pull that up, what does the off season have to do? Like, how great does it have to be for y'all?
What, the fall off?
Yeah, the fall off. What is that? How great does that have to be for y'all?
I mean, for some people that has to be his first classic. It
has to be. I agree.
Yeah.
What about that has to be his first masterpiece?
Yeah,
that's a classic.
It's gotta hit hard. It can't be another dud.
Yes. That's the thing. I don't think dude made duds. I just think he just made sevens.
pretty.
Oh, I consider that a dud considering the expectations from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like when I look at J. Cole, I'm like, the thing that separates you from other all-time greats, they have like that over 9 quality album. You don't.
Yes, for sure.
Ah, man. So yeah, I can't pull up the lyrics because it's only in video format, and I ain't trying to do that. Get the shit flagged.
No, you're good. It'll release. It should.
Yeah.
Release.
But it's like, he was pretty much saying that, people is not who they say they are. And that he said that he's the king. And people know when he's around, they know what to do when he's around. And that they low key fear him. And the only time they actually ever like really fuck with him was like when they want something.
We will see.
So,
but if he drops that album for me, and if he it's again just a solid album, not bad, not terrible, not anything out of this world. It just stays in this little bubble of a 7. You're just proving to me who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just able to sustain just good quality. And there's nothing wrong with that. But these all-time levels that they put them on, like I can't do that. I can't do that.
It'll always be Kendrick Cole. Kendrick then Cole. He'll be a solid number 2 always.
Nothing wrong with being. Well, I don't think he's even number 2, but there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with being a number 2 in general. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
it's safe. You're just not that person good. Like it's nothing wrong with that.
No, because I like for that caliber MC, all I see is Kendrick and Cole. I can't put Drake in that conversation. Drake he's officially on the other side of the fence now for me.
But the fall off would be amazing for him though if it was because like I think he can do it. Like he does have the ability, like a top 10 album or like top 15, top 20 album all time. Like he has it in him. He can write it. Also J. Cole, this may be a bad take for some people, bro. He needs features, bro. You just need the right. Yeah, he does. He needs features.
No, he's good.
No,
but he may do features for this album, but he don't need them.
He does to get to that masterpiece level. He needs features.
No, you don't.
Okay. That nigga needs, bro. I don't.
It better not have any feature if it's going to be a masterpiece.
Guys, no, he needs features, bro. Like he's not going to do it, but he can't do it by himself. He can't do it. He can't be Iron Man and everything. He's not that talented. He's not that talented. No, not to like levels of Ready to Die and To Pimp a Butterfly Caterpillar, like those kind of like levels. No, he needs features, bro. They all have
him on the warm up though.
He needs the right features,
but that wasn't even his beats.
If anything, he needs the right features.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. The right features. I'm not saying you got to go put Lil Durk on your album. Like, no, you need the right features that you can implement in place. Like you've been denying the Jay-Z feature, even though you may have an agenda against Jay-Z. Jay-Z would not be a bad like fit. Like I would rather put Jay-Z on there than anybody else because it's safe. That's what I'm saying.
So I think that Cole and Jay don't do tracks together because Jay know better.
Also, Mr. Nice Watcher's ass.
Huh?
Also, Mr. Nice Watcher's ass.
Yeah, it's like I think Jay know better. I think Jay know that if I get on the track with this motherfucker and he out rap me, like thoroughly out rap me, because Cole gonna try it, especially now. Cole gonna go for the kill.
That's cool. I want him to go for it.
Jay not gonna allow it, man. Jay not gonna allow that shit. It's if he don't feel like he can perform at the highest level, like what's the shit? The God.
So you think there's pride involved in it?
Yeah, it's a lot of pride. Jay-Z's a prideful person.
So even if he was to get killed by J. Cole, is that what does that mean?
That's a loss.
For what?
It's a loss. It's an unnecessary loss too.
Man, we talking about the song, bruh. Listen, we're not doing your agendas today, bruh. We want to hear the song, bro. We want to hear the song, bro.
Yeah, we can want to hear the song, but why haven't we heard it yet? Because somebody's pride is caught up in that motherfucker. It ain't my pride. Somebody's pride is caught up.
Well, J. Cole said he doesn't want no handouts. That's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, but he's beyond that now. He's beyond everything that J. Cole got right now. He did it for himself without Jay. Yep, I'll say it. Everything that he earned, his respect, everything, he earned that without Jay-Z's help.
Yeah.
So now he can get the feature, but why won't they do it? I think Jay won't do it because of ego shit. Jay not dying to hop on track. I mean, look, out rapping Rick Ross don't mean shit. Rick Ross ain't got no fucking skills like that.
Okay.
His ass need a story to tell. Outshining niggas on the goddamn DJ Khaled beat. That ain't nothing. That's easy for Jay-Z. That's easy. Getting on a track with Wayne and making him look like your son, it's not the hardest thing to do. Wayne gonna take a step back automatically because he ain't got an ego like Jay.
It's easy for Jay. Is the GOAT.
So
and if J. Cole, first of all, if J. Cole were to lose or win, as long as the track is good, I'm good with it. As long as
I'm good with it too.
So I'm not gonna buy too
I want
much
Renegade Part 2, but we could never get that again.
I don't. Do we need a Renegade Part 2?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, Renegade 1 was good enough.
Mm-hmm. But it's good enough for everybody to know better.
Know better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. This is all right. So now, since we're in the midst of the Jay-Z agendas, can we see the 1 through 7, please? I just want to see
1 through 7. What?
1 through 7. Your list, your all-time list.
I don't have a list on here.
Okay, well, can you tell us? Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, go ahead.
But was that a conversation we was having today?
Yes. We're at the end of the show. We got everything out the way. Cook.
He been trying to get this motherfucking list for me.
I'm not the only one that want to hear it. Dare for Life want to hear it too.
Yeah, because he's a Jay fan. Jay is his GOAT, right?
Jay's my go-to.
That's truly unfortunate.
How?
That's truly unfortunate. I ain't rushing to call Jay a GOAT. Jay don't believe Jay's a GOAT. That's cool though. I mean, y'all.
No, you don't believe he's the GOAT. That's what this is.
Nah, Jay don't believe he's the GOAT. Jay believe he's great shit, but he don't believe he's the GOAT. He'd tell you Rakim's the GOAT.
All right, sir. 1 through 7. Let's go.
I got no problem rocking him ahead of Jay-Z. I'm cool with that.
I mean, it's real easy. I mean, you can even put Big Daddy Kane in front of Jay.
I have no problem with that either.
So,
okay, so you have 2 people already. Okay, who's the next 5?
The next 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Black Thought.
Okay, you have Black Thought. That's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Eminem.
Okay, that's 4.
Mm-hmm. You want to keep going? Tupac?
Yeah, you got 2 more.
Tupac.
And who's the last one?
Biggie's a hard person.
No, actually, no. You have 3 more.
So Biggie's a hard person to put in front of him. I would say all time for me is
all of them are hard to put in front. Like pause.
No.
Yes. But go on. Okay, yeah, but go on.
I mean, what are you judging by though?
One of them is peak. Black Thought does not have a bigger peak than Jay-Z. I'm sorry. That's one of them. But then again, like I said, this is your criteria. So if you're like, it's like this, right? Mm-hmm. If you're consistent to your criteria, I don't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know what your criteria is. But I'm trying to see those other 2 names right quick.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is like overall, like I said, Jay-Z he shouldn't be out of anybody's top 10. He at least deserves to be in the conversation, like of top 10. You know, because of what he's done. Longevity enough is to have him there. So his contributions to hip hop, even presence wise, is more than enough. The other person would be Scarface.
Well, I'm not mad at it, but then like, okay, so that was what, six? Oh, six people?
No, that was 7.
That was 7.
Mhm.
So you said Scarface, Black Thought, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Rakim, and
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane. So that's 7.
And I mean, if I wanted to be fair, you talk about peak. I mean, KRS-One had a hell of a peak. LL Cool J had a hell of a peak.
No, not LL Cool J. No,
He had a hell of a peak. You can't ignore
not
LL
bigger
Cool
than
J's
not bigger than Jay-Z. No,
peak. His peak was massive. He had everybody wearing Kango hats and t-shirts off and everything else.
no,
That
come on,
motherfucker
bro.
was a movement for a movement.
Let's stick to the music, bro. We're not talking about outfits.
But you're talking about peak, and that's a part of his peak too. Is impact. So you can't ignore everything, man. I mean, I'm not running around saying 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying?
I don't account outfits as peak, bro.
No,
That's
but
weird.
what I'm saying, but even as an artist, he at that time, during that time in the 90s, he was tearing up the charts, bro. He was tearing up the charts.
That's cool. Yeah, we get your numbers, but
everybody not only wanted to be LL, everybody was listening to LL. LL was an entire fucking movement back then. So you can't deny that. No different than MC Hammer, but I'm not gonna put MC Hammer in that conversation.
No, I'm not. I don't think MC
Hammer.
That.
Yeah, so but what I'm saying is like his peak during his time was great. Even his second run as Pretty Boy L, he was tearing up the charts then too. LL Cool J has always been consistent, and this is not some old head shit. This is just what I witnessed and what I seen.
No, I don't view that old head stuff. I just look at the music.
Yeah, so musically, like when LL had all those number ones and shit, which fucking drove me crazy because I didn't think the shit. I didn't care for the shit. It wasn't my cup of tea, but he did. LL had 2 big fucking peaks in his career, 2 big peaks, and you can't ignore it. So, but I'm not rushing to put him ahead of Jay-Z. No.
You got Jay-Z or Andre?
You said what?
Well, yeah, that's another name you missed. Why didn't you say Andre 3000?
Well, because I mean, I'm gonna also be respectful too.
You didn't say Nas either.
Well, I'm gonna also be respectful as well, because the reason why I said I put those artists is because of their contribution and impact. Not that I'm not saying that Nas didn't have impact, but I don't think Nas' impact on hip hop was more significant than Big Daddy Kane's. I don't think his impact on hip hop was any bigger than Rakim's. You see what I'm saying?
So okay, so one of your criteria is impact.
Yes.
Impact, like to rap and hip hop, or like in anything.
Anything.
Even clothing.
I mean, clothing.
You brought up clothing. I'm just asking.
I mean, I'm not talking about clothing right now, but you're talking about impact overall, right?
Yeah.
Biggie, for what Biggie contributed to hip hop, it was pretty substantial. Even though he did with 2 albums, it was substantial. He showed people what lyricism is. Tupac. I mean, should I say more about Tupac?
So why not? So why not Andre 3000?
Well, that's why I said that Jay-Z's longevity and catalog eliminates him from that face-off. Now, if we talk lyricism, Jay-Z can't touch Andre at all. He can't. He's not within the earshot of Andre.
That's fine. But I would even argue Andre 3000 is more versatile than Jay-Z.
He is way more versatile.
But he's probably the most versatile rapper ever.
And I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying, if we're going off of all-time criteria, I'm looking at how everything was shaped. What was Jay-Z's impact to hip-hop? How did he shape hip-hop? He didn't.
He didn't shape hip-hop.
He did not shape hip-hop.
He didn't impact it at all.
No, what I'm saying is he did not shape it. How did he impact it?
I'm asking you. You making a claim? I'm asking you.
I'm saying that he didn't.
How?
Jay-Z's presence was there, but presence alone doesn't mean that you impact the hip hop.
I don't know about this, bro.
Okay, Nas. Okay, you want to bring Nas up? I can tell you exactly how Nas impacted hip hop. I can tell you how Big L impacted hip hop. Nas, let's just start. Not only did he change how diss records work, he actually created a term that people fears. So at the end of the day, nobody wants to be ethered. Nobody. Jay-Z is the definition of being ethered. Even he survived it. He's a billionaire. He's still the motherfucking man to everybody that respect hip hop, but he's also a definition for what not to have happen to you in hip hop. That was a defining moment in hip hop. Jay-Z is the greatest, but he's also a great victim too.
I would say Jay-Z's influence is definitely there, and impact comes with influence. Like, everybody's throwing up the rock at one point. Everybody want to be a part of Rockefeller. Jay-Z, I mean, you can credit Jay-Z with where Kanye is today. I mean, if you want to, with the
I credit Kanye for that. Kanye had a push to get to where he was at. Motherfucker, Dame didn't want him at the table.
That's true. I'm not trying to take anything away from Kanye. You know that.
Yeah. So it's like I get where y'all coming from. It's no disrespect to Jay. I'm just saying that I can name pivotal points. Even like, okay, Kanye, big ass fucking impact. That whole moment with him and Taylor Swift, impactful, change his fucking historical. Piece of shit move, but it was historical. George Bush doesn't like black people, impactful.
So what other criteria do you have other than being impactful? Because I think there's too much stock into being impactful. I think it should be acknowledged, but I don't think it. I think it. What about discography? Like, what about consistency? Like, what about?
Well, his consistency is unmatched.
Who?
There's
Jay-Z?
no Jay-Z's consistent. No one can. If you look at it from like how long he's been, who he's been in the game, it's unmatched.
But you said he has 2 1s in his discog.
But it doesn't take away from his consistency.
Okay, what about consistency?
He's still. I don't need every single album to be a 7. I don't need every single album to be a 5. You're gonna have bad albums. You're gonna have bad moments. Every artist deals with that shit. Every artist deal with it. They may even have 2 or 3 fucking duds before they actually come out of it.
But shouldn't you be more efficient than shouldn't you be more efficient to good quality if you were in GOAT debates?
But the thing is that it doesn't take away from your efficiency. You still put music out, but sometimes that music is not well received. That's Nas. Nas has been putting out consistent shit. Nas has been Nas for a long fucking time. Lupe has been Lupe for a very long time. But guess what? It's not well received all the time. We may appreciate it. The hip hop purists may, love that shit. But at the end of the day, not everybody loves it. It doesn't mean it's a bad album. I've heard some people say Black on the Other Side was trash.
That's not a good take.
It's an awful fucking take, but I've heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I heard people say B was awful when B was at its hottest point. I heard it at that time that people said it was trash. I've heard people say Ghostface was
B by Common.
Yeah, by Common.
That's a terrible take.
Classic shit. But I'm giving you examples. So certain albums that we respect wasn't well received. You know what I'm saying? So some people thought American Gangster was mid. I thought that was probably one of his best fucking albums, bro.
Love that album, bro.
I love that fucking album.
But Lyricist, this is what I'm saying. Just because these idiots say something stupid doesn't mean you have to entertain it.
I don't entertain it, but what I'm saying is consistency alone. Jay-Z is the most consistent hip hop artist due to the fact that he went from the 90s into the 2020s.
You mean like in dropping? I'm talking about quality. I get. I
don't feel like Jay had a quality drop off. I just felt like he had some miscues, and it happens to the best of them. It happens to
Kingdom Come. You said is a 1, right?
No, I mean I was joking about that. No. I feel like Kingdom. I feel like Kingdom Come was at least like a 4. I said it in the previous spot.
I thought you said
no,
when we were talking.
Not me. No, I said other people has said that Kingdom Come was a 1. They said that Magna Carta was a 1. I don't feel that way. I feel like both of those is probably a 3 or 4.
And you said Dynasty was a 1.
No, I didn't like Dynasty. Yeah,
I didn't like Dynasty either, but I thought Dynasty was I thought it was like a 4 or 5.
I give like a 2 at the most. Dynasty was not good.
But that's still bad though.
Yeah, but the thing
that can't be consistent enough to be good.
But I can't take away from his consistency because I personally don't like something. What he has done historically in hip hop, being around as long as he's been around, put out as many albums as he put out. Well, everyone was like number one. You can't ignore that. So it doesn't matter what the fuck I think. I don't care because the numbers and the masses have spoken. I have my opinion. So at the end of the day, in my book, Jay-Z's an 8 because I feel like those albums that he had didn't sit well with me. And also his impact over that time period wasn't that significant. Jay-Z was consistent. And if Jay-Z did a crossover with Linkin Park and he had the fucking popularity of Eminem or a 50 Cent, that shit would have been massive. But it wasn't that massive.
He did not have any that peak of popularity.
You said what?
He didn't have any of that, like that height of popularity. He didn't have anything like that.
No. Because if he did, he would have been the person that would have been able to connect the dots between white consumers and black music. That wasn't him. Even with the help of Linkin Park, he didn't connect the dots. You know who connected that dot? Eminem.
That's cool. That's good for him. But I mean, I'm not. For me, I ain't looking for him to link two skin tones. I'm not looking for him to do that.
But I was looking for him to make hip hop number one. That was his job. Being the biggest motherfucker in hip hop. That's your job.
Okay, so why don't you hold the rest of the 7 above him to that criteria?
Because the thing is that the rest of the 7, including Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, they were in a different time period when hip hop wasn't received at all. So versus not received at all to moderate reception to overly received is different.
So what about Black Thought? Why don't you hold him to that?
Because I think what Black Thought has done with the Roots and even as an individual has stand alone. He's been talked about a lot, even from his freestyle, from his ability to sing and produce, along with Questlove. He's highly regarded. I'm not saying Jay-Z's not highly regarded, but he did have a significant impact when it came to, like, damn, this motherfucker, it's like his lyricism is on a different level. He was able to separate himself from his band, from his group. He was able to do something different and be well received at the same time. Everybody believed that everything that man touched at this present moment is classic shit. They don't question his artistry at all. Jay-Z give me, yeah, it was hot, but
hey, Jay-Z has had number one single off all of his albums in his entire career. Do y'all know what the song was?
Not Big Pimpin', right? No. It was what was it?
Not even close. Big Pimpin'.
No, Big Pimpin' was not. That wasn't it.
Was it Dead Presidents?
Nah, I'm talking about Hot 100, number one song, not number one rap song.
What year?
It was off the Blueprint 3.
I can't remember the song.
It was Empire State of Mind.
Empire State of Mind. Yep.
And then another song off that album, that his next highest charting song was number 2, and it was saying another song off that album, "Run This Town" with Kanye.
So I'm not going to use that against him, because Jay, like I said, Jay's consistency is what it is. Okay, I mean, that's what makes Jay great. That's what makes Jay solidify top 10. And
that's just not enough. Like,
it's more than enough, bro. Come on, man. How many motherfuckers playing the game for that long, bro? How many people playing the game as long as LeBron?
That
you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that shouldn't be as an 8th spot. That should be something more to it. I feel like it's like something you're not telling me. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what I could be missing. I mean, because it's like Tupac.
But then again, this is your criteria. So like,
yeah, I mean that's just the minimum of my criteria. Here's what I will always say about Jay. And being in the time period where I had to listen to so many people say that Jay-Z stole lyrics and he did this and he did that and all this other shit, that still never took away from who Jay was. I've always felt like, God damn, this motherfucker can't miss. I've always felt like that because it's just off the fact that he's been consistent. Jay-Z know what works in the industry, but he also knows trying to be the biggest dog in the yard doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you could be the biggest dog in the yard. It don't mean you run in the yard. He runs the yard by not even being the biggest dog. Drake is the biggest dog, but when it's all said and done, conversations and everything else, who moved the needle the most? His Grammy moment garnered more attention than Drake's fucking For All the Dog release. Both
that was impactful.
Both
that Grammy
times.
moment.
So now, would I say that Jay-Z had a lot of impactful moments? No, but that was super impactful. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I shared it, because you don't get that a lot from Jay. Jay typically stay the fuck out the way when it comes to stuff like that. But he was not playing when it came to that situation. And I don't think he did it for clicks. That's not Jay. So.
Hey, I thought Death of Autotune was impactful.
Death of Autotune, it
that
hurt.
Blueprint 3 album, man. People sleep on that album, man. I love that album.
Like he had many impactful moments in like these 3 or 4 moments that y'all are saying. I don't understand.
I agree with you. I'm just trying to throw something at him that he might agree with.
I think we're just like saying what we like and dislike right now.
His biggest moment was getting ethered. That was his biggest moment, getting ethered.
Hey, I honestly like Takeover more than Ether, and that's just me.
A lot of people do. But Takeover didn't coin an entire phrase.
But then again, also, like you hate on the Black Album. The Black Album is impactful.
I don't hate on the Black Album. Everybody says it's a classic. I said, okay.
Like, was like even as bad as like or as mid as Watch the Throne was, it was impactful.
No, Watch the Throne was not enough.
Yes, it
Watch
was
the Throne was good, but it was a lot of Kanye showing his ass.
It was one of the best or popular artists from the 2000s, and they linking up for an album that is impactful, regardless of what magnitude you think it is. It is.
Yeah, but are we still talking about Watch the Throne?
It doesn't matter. It's years removed. It
doesn't matter. Now. No, we still talk about Thriller. And it's years removed. Come on, man, that's not fair.
You can't compare Thriller to Watch the Throne. Thriller's better than Watch the Throne.
So is 444.
Okay, no. I just said Watch the Throne is mid. We all agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dear, do you agree Watch the Throne to some degree is mid?
Yeah, it was disappointing considering the expectations. That album did prevent Wayne and Drake from doing a collab album. Wayne and Drake were about to do a collab album until that came out.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'm just saying it was that's still impactful, but like it may not be a huge magnitude.
Bro, you question me as if I ushered him out of the top 10, bro. He is. I'm saying.
I just think 8 is crazy.
I don't think 8 is crazy, man. He monks fucking greats, bro. Come on, dude.
And then you put in Black Dot, Eminem, all these other rappers that I'm like, no.
Eminem, of course.
No.
I mean, it's like as much as people like want to take away from Eminem's impact, y'all can't. It's hard. It's a hard fucking thing to do. Even if I could argue with you guys to do the shit, it's hard to make an argument that he doesn't belong in that conversation.
What does Eminem do that Jay-Z doesn't?
What did he do or did?
No, what does he don't do that Jay-Z does? What is Jay-Z doesn't do that Eminem does?
Maybe.
Like, why can't he be over Eminem? That's basically what I'm saying. Why can't he be over? Who else did you say?
Oh, he can.
You didn't say MF Doom, did you?
No.
Is MF Doom even on your list?
Yeah, it's on my list. He's definitely top 20.
And see, I don't agree with that either. But hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me glazing. Maybe, but I don't even think that's the best underground rapper ever. And his peak is damn near better than Jay-Z in 04.
I mean, you can't say he's the best underground rapper ever because then you have Tech 9 there too.
He's better than Tech 9.
I got MF over Tech 9, but a lot of people love Tech 9.
But that's what I'm saying. It's arguable.
No, it's not. No,
I mean, but that's what. Let's remove the glazing list. It's arguable.
I don't think I'm glazing. I don't think I'm glazing if I'm saying he's better than Tech 9. No,
because you got Tech 9, you got Immortal Technique, you got what's his name? Oh, man, I almost said fucking Logic, bro. Thinking of the wrong person. Lazarus.
I don't even know. No, I think we need to reassess this. This is not close.
But what I'm saying is like if he. But what are we talking about as far as impact? We're talking about lyricism. We're talking about overall. That's all I'm actually.
I'm saying overall. Okay.
Overall, MF.
Overall, I think MF Doom has one of the most craziest like runs in, especially in underground hip hop.
No, he hasn't outsold Tech 9.
He's not going to. He's underground.
They're both they're both underground. They're both underground unsigned artists. Tech Nine, he's been signed to himself forever.
That's cool. And also the clothing thing. No one wants to wear that nigga's drip. I don't. So
Tech Nine.
no, MF Doom.
Oh,
I don't look at that nigga for drip. So that's
I don't care about the drip shit, man. It don't matter to me. That's not hip hop, bro. It's a part. It's a component, but I'm like, it's not the biggest thing to me because if anything, it's like then Kanye's number one.
No, but I don't even know. He's gonna agree with that. You know what you're doing there. I'm not doing that.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Stop accusing me of shit, man. You always accusing me of something.
No, I think MF Doom is comfortably better than Tech Nine and Immoral Technique.
Hey,
he also has better projects. He also has better projects.
Yeah,
he has 2 classics.
He has 3.
I'm missing one.
MF?
Operation Doomsday, Food, and
yeah, he's got 3.
That's 3.
Okay. Okay.
Do you agree? No, disagree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And one of them's a 10. So I don't think niggas are.
I think no, bro. They all 3 is a fucking 10.
Now, see, I'm not agreeing with that. I don't agree with that.
Well, that's on you.
You don't believe
fake ass MF fan.
You don't no, I'm not. I'm just being objective.
Fake. Fraudulent. You just got wrecked.
You got Tech Nine over MF Doom, bro?
He does.
I don't. No,
don't. Oh, okay.
No, hell no. Because I know better. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the argument of others. Right. So if I bring a point, it's not because I believe it, it's because I bring the argument of others. So it's like
go ahead.
It's like some people would say that that Kanye wouldn't be as successful as he is right now without Kid Cudi and JPEG Mafia. Do y'all agree with that?
Right now?
Yeah, the last 3 projects.
Oh, man. We got time to talk about that. What's JPEG Mafia on?
Shit, I think he produced his last project before this one.
He produced
Donda.
No, he's not done.
He helped with Donda.
Unless it's in the credits, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, he helped with Donda.
I thought they just met on this album.
He helped with Vultures. Yes, he helped with Vultures. I don't know about that. Maybe
they just linked up.
Yeah, maybe he helped with Donda too. From because the interview.
Oh, Donda 2.
Yeah,
not Donda. Donda 2.
Yeah. So
that's probably why he got him. That's probably why he pissed off with dude. He didn't even released Donda 2.
I mean, technically, it did get released.
But they said Kanye kicked out
that little fat ass Eminem player,
the stem player.
Yeah,
technically it did.
The big ass Advil pill, whatever the fuck that shit is.
But it got leaked too, so that's still a fucking release, right? That's still a release, right? Because he did release it, but only to limited people. So,
that's another album that people don't talk about. That's actually Kanye's worst. Donda 2. I don't have those convos.
That first go, bro. The first Donda was crazy.
Yeah, we up here. We up here chatting and a little bit of yapping. It's all right though.
Do you have a stem player, dear for life?
Stem? Nah.
Okay.
I have no need for one.
It's dope for what you can do with it though. I've seen what you can do with it though.
Most people with modern day studios have it, but I ain't got one.
Like, they can this touchscreen with light up shit. Like it's cool, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to go buy that shit. But yeah. So yeah, this is number 8.
Okay.
Probably moving to number 9.
You got the right names in front of them. I'll give you that.
I don't even think you got the right names. Nas is not even there.
Nas another one.
Nas and Andre. At least Nas and Andre. Jesus Christ.
Okay, but look, that rounds out the top 10. Okay, all time. But the reason why I put certain individuals in front of him because of Big Daddy Kane being one of his bigger impacts, and also is the reason why Jay-Z is where the fuck he is right now.
But then also you said longevity. Why you? That means you gotta pack up Biggie and Tupac.
I mean, I don't know because Tupac, even in death, he had multiple projects released that was very, very successful, and
Biggie had successful projects too.
Now Biggie had shit that was pieced together by Puffy, and I would never give him, that type of consideration. That's not Biggie. That was Puffy shit.
Ready to Die?
No, the last two. So the first two albums that he had that he completed.
Mm-hmm.
That third one I don't count. I don't count that shit. That was
even if he made it.
But that wasn't structured into the scheme of how he made it. Pac had two albums that he structured to how he wanted it to go with the production that he wanted it on, and then the albums that came after that was handled by the Eminems and all other motherfuckers that fuck with his sound. But other than that,
but you count those.
No, but what I'm saying, he still
they're
had
both posthumous though.
Yeah, the last 5 albums for Pac was posthumous. But what I'm saying is like, so I put it to you like this: Ready to Die was completed, no different than 7 Day Theory. It was completed by Pac.
Mm-hmm.
Those were completed by Pac and Biggie. Okay, what came after that? It was, you could say it was somewhat manufactured for Pac, but it was also production he chose too on the last 2 albums that came after that. But what the last 3 that came after that, everybody touched the shit. That's why I don't really receive those albums like that. But Pac still has music now that is still unreleased. He has thousands of songs that's still unreleased right now. And that's why you got Cat Williams talking about putting some of that shit out.
And if they would have dropped them in an album, you wouldn't count it.
I would. I look at it like this. I would say this. I will always respect Tupac for his work ethic. That's what that tells me, is that for him to have that much music that could be, whether he controls how it's mixed, mastered, and finished or whatever, he had enough music for people to still talk about. Biggie don't. Biggie shit's done.
Biggie has like one of the shortest discographies in any legend. So
yeah, but his work ethic was trash too.
Hey, that work ethic got made Ready to Die.
Biggie was just there to get paid.
Yeah, he was there to get paid. He was trying to get out of his deal. So he did enough to get out of his fucking deal. That's why we don't have more Biggie music. Pretty much. So we're gonna probably have Pac music probably until 2040 if they put out those fucking, those songs. He has that much material left still. So
yeah,
that's why his work ethic alone. Yeah, Jay got the he has the longevity, but even in Pac's death, he still has a lot more music that's prepared for launch, however they release it.
And if they don't release it,
that's not his fault. It was there. It's up to the estate. His mom died, so it's up to the estate now. But his work ethic alone, not many artists can match his work ethic. Period.
Or his passion.
Or his passion. No, I won't be taking my hat off to Eminem for that either. No, he got tons of shit in the closet too, in the fucking vault. But who cares about that shit? It's not to that quality. Pac has probably the most undeniable quality as an artist I've ever seen. Outside of
not that Apocalypse 2 or the Apocalypse, whatever that shit is.
That's Apocalypse?
Yeah, whatever that shit is.
Every artist, but you know what? He was alive for that one.
That's cool.
And he learned from that shit. And he got fucking.
That's great. That's great. He needed that. That made him better.
Like Jay-Z learned from Volume 1. Come on, bro. Everybody got a bad.
I don't agree, but Volume 1, no.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a rocky intro into the game, bro. Unless you Big L. Big L came into the game fucking shit up. Or unless you 50 Cent. Not everybody has it like that. So
we're talking about Hard Knock Life, Volume 1. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree.
That wasn't as hard as shit.
It's not, but you said his intro. His intro was what? We already know, Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, but Reasonable Doubt struggled coming out the gates as well. I try my best not to disrespect that shit.
No, this episode is too long. This episode is too long.
That shit struggled coming out the gates. Look it up. Check his first week album sales. That shit struggled coming out the gate, bro.
But it's still a great album.
But yeah, it's a great album. Not his best album.
Which one's his best, you think?
That's fine. It can still be third, second best, arguably. What's wrong with that?
I think American Gangster and Blueprint, the original Blueprint, is best shit.
American Gangster is not better than this first album, bro. Come on.
Better than Reasonable Doubt?
No, it's not. Reasonable
Which
Doubt
one?
is like third best at
Yeah,
least.
behind
Which one's the
American
best? You
Gangster.
think, man?
His best album?
Yeah.
His best album is either the Blueprint or Black Album, but I think the Black Album is better.
Okay.
I don't see how American Gangster to me is like 4. Like a strong,
Is ranked 4?
Yeah, it's ranked 4 in his discog.
I mean, like 4 out of like 10 or some shit.
Oh hell no!
I'm about
No.
to-
I give that album like a 8 or 7.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
This episode is too long. Sorry.
yeah, it's your fault. You talk too much.
Hey, you answer the questions. I gotta know.
Of course, I'm going to answer the questions, man. You've been wanting me to answer them. I didn't want you to think I wasn't going to not answer them.
That's cool. I still disagree, but it's all right.
Of course, you wouldn't be you if you didn't disagree.
But then also the longevity part, you dodging bullets.
How am I dodging bullets?
Well, first of all, the problem why I have Biggie and Tupac out of on their way out. Tupac and Biggie are not completely removed from my top 10. The problem I have with Biggie and Tupac is, one, you have guys that, like you said, that have longevity. Longevity is simply the fact, and again, RP to them, made their soul, beautiful soul, rest in peace. They were just taken out of the game. They should still be alive today. They should still have contributions to hip hop today. I wish they didn't go through what they went through. I wish they were still alive, so we can hear maybe a newer version sound of them, because it'll be dope to hear that. But like, the reason why I don't have them in my top 10 is simply because there's other guys that have better longevities than them that are also putting out great projects. So if you have guys that are doing the same thing as you, even though it might be different from influence and how you do it and stuff like that, I still think that there are guys that are in bubbly top 10, GOAT range, whatever, that are still putting out great projects that are still going and are consistent. So that's just one of the things. Other than that, I don't judge both of them for whatever they made, because I think they both have tens of their discog. I think Tupac's career is better than Biggie's because it's more lasting. I think, in my opinion, Ready to Die is great. I think it's that great. But I'm comparing two tens at this point, in my opinion. But I think they're both great artists. I don't diss them at all. I do give one tax for, because they both to me have mid projects. I think Tupacalypse is ass, but I think Biggie, part of Biggie's discog is ass too. So they both don't diss. But then again, I don't think Tupacalypse is like super duper trash. I think it's like a 6 or a 5. It just doesn't compare to, like, his other shit. But then, like, if I could, I'm gonna make this quick. If I could go back to Biggie, because I went through his shit too not too long ago, like maybe like a month ago. Like his remaster shit, I was not a fan of that shit. I want to say, like, I had a problem with Born Again. I think that was one of the ones I had. Do you remember that one?
I remember that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a problem with Born Again. I didn't really, because that was the one where, like, he had hella features on there, and it was just Bob Marley and shit like that. I was like,
yeah, the feature shit's weird to me. Like certain artists that oversaturate their shit with features.
But I'm saying,
it's like the game. It's like the game drop albums with multiple features. Like, why, bro?
Yeah, but I understand why, because it was probably because he passed, right? Yeah. But then that's just me though.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That one Tupac album. Hold on, I mean, I don't want to make prolong the show, but that one Tupac album that came out in 2004, it was after he died, obviously, but I thought it was an okay album. I know it wasn't real, or he wasn't really involved in it, but it had the y'all remember those Biggie and or there's a
lo-fi album. That's crazy.
There was a 50 Cent song on there with Tupac. There's a Nate Dogg song on there with Tupac. There's an Elton John song on there with Tupac. I forget the name of the album, but I liked it.
I forgot the name of the album too. But
Soldier to Soldier was also one of the albums that. Never mind.
We get to that shit the next pod. So on the next pod, I guess we're gonna be doing our top 10s, or that was pretty much. How about this? I'm gonna release my top 10 in the middle of spring. All right.
Because I'm not. I need it. I want to go down memory lane of like Rakim and Scarface as well.
Okay.
Before I even do it, even though Raekwon, you wouldn't consider Raekwon top 10ish, would you?
No.
No.
Top 25.
Okay. What about? I think Ghostface Killer can be top 10.
Ghostface can be top 20.
No, I've been seeing some mean Ghostface agendas on my timeline.
Ghostface is arguably top 10. I wouldn't have him in my top 10, but if somebody was arguing top 10, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people argue for Method Man too. I wouldn't be
No,
mad
not
at that.
Method Man. Not Method Man. No.
Bro, don't be another one of those guys. Method's good. Method's
He is good. He's just
Joe
not better
Budden
than
already went through
Ghostface.
this.
He's just not better. He's just not better than Ghostface. Ghostface has a way better solo career. Way better.
I have to disagree with that.
No, he has a way better solo career.
They was on par with each other, bro. Trust me. It's a whole lot closer to what you think.
Yeah, maybe within the group, but I would still take Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface is not a better MC though. He's
You're
good.
just like you're probably just liking this man's cadence.
Who's Cadence?
Ghostface.
I love Ghostface, man. But I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
say
not Ghostface,
is better.
Method Man. I love Method Man too. Method Man is one of my favorite artists. I love that. I love his cadence. Like he has like such a he has a cadence that like you just can't ignore. But like it's just like you produce mid. You just produce mid.
I mean,
like
okay,
Ghostface just doesn't do that.
That's okay. That's okay.
You
it's
disagree?
It's like for me, it's like out of Jizz is better than both of them.
No. I think Jizza had the better project.
He's better lyrically than both of them.
That's fine. He still probably just had a better project. I don't believe he had a better solo career. And then it's not to the magnitude of Ghostface. I don't think so. Scarface is another one that should be definitely top 10.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Scarface is definitely. That's why I had him top 10. But all right, yeah, you know what?
It's too long. It's too long. Yeah, too long.
Yeah. Let's wrap this shit up.
And watch hours gonna look crazy after this one, huh?
Man, tell me about it. People like they like the last episode, so it's good shit though. But all right, y'all. Until the next pod, I'm out of here. K Spiff, you want to say your goodbyes?
See ya.
DFL.
Hey, yeah, make sure y'all check out if you're listening and you haven't heard the Blueprint or the Black Album, please listen to those albums.
Check them out.
Yeah.